Hello and welcome back to Pokémon Reborn. When we last left off, we had just defeated Kane thoroughly in a rematch of epic proportions. And now we need to solve the... Drat, you let me get that one away, what? Well, that's what I would be saying if the lake wasn't too toxic to fish in. But whoa, hey, whoa now. Hey. Ah, okay. I remember. Did you see the video skip there? That was the moment in which past Huffbuh, when he was recording this, realised they hadn't turned the volume of my speakers down, and so the game was blasting out like an absolute mess. But anyway, point is, there's plants, yeah? We've got to get rid of these plants. We've got to stop the plant invasion of the Obsidian Ward. But before we do that, we'd better explore this Coral Ward, because why not? There's always fun things to be found if you explore. And of course, Edible Fred, she's on low health, but I'm not too worried about this Grimer, because Grimers just don't have what it takes to put us in the ground. I have a mug of chocolate milk, and I'm gonna swig it. Oh yeah! Found some Nesquik in my drawer. It's about a year old. Thought I might as well finish it, and it was the best decision I've ever made in my entire life. Now, of course, Betty's going to take over this one. Edible Fred did incredibly well, but Edible Fred is not Indefatigable Fred. She needs her sleepy sleeps. Betty needs to keep her claws in check. She needs to do that by screeching. Apparently, sound can miss. Who knew? I thought that sound waves just sort of travelled everywhere and just got weaker as they went. But no, apparently sound waves travel in very specific directions. So, that's me told. Well, luckily we got the screech in there just before the disable. And why have I... Oh, probably because of the sand attack, yeah. I decided I couldn't be bothered with Betty missing all the time with her Fury attack, Fury swipes, when a sand attack had gone in, so now it's time for Ratty Boy to just steal the show, but oh no, there is no more Hyper Fang. How will I survive? Quick attack. I must say, the sound of Quick Attack in this game is very satisfying. It's a very nice, deep, yeah, just that noise. It sounds great. They should add that sound into the main games. Back to the mud! Okay. So there we go. Ah yes. I'm going to take the black fudge. I'm going to take the black fudge from Robert, give it to Edible Fred, and thus she will fulfill her destiny as the tankiest Pokemon ever seen in Pokemon Reborn. And now it's time for good old Betty to get some experience in, because we must keep... Whoa! Did we see that guy? I saw that guy. Where did the guy go? I literally don't know. Like, was that supposed to happen, or was that a bug? That's the great thing about video games that you download off the internet that were made by just one person. You don't know what's a feature and what's a bug. So there we go. We're going to heal up our team, and then we're going to head back into the thick of it. No, I'm going to explore some more. Why not? Oh dear, my grandson is stuck on the idea of healing Skitty himself. If we only took it to a center, it would be just fine, but he's so stubborn. If we could give him an ultra potion or something, that might even be enough. Oh dear. Say, is that an ultra potion you've got there? Would you be willing to spare it for a poor boy's sentiments? Oh, thank you. Have to say, I don't approve of any of this. Alright, if you want to heal this... Whoa, how fast did I think I could read? Okay. So yeah, this poor Skitty has been lying injured in his house, and the boy has been too stubborn to take it next door to the hospital. I mean, there you go, it's all better and thanks to you. That is not just a precocious little child, that is animal cruelty. Yeah, Grandma, you've got the right of it. Get this Skitty out of here. Skitty'll get hurt with you, boy. Oh, for heaven's sake, tell me, trainer, would you be able to adopt this Skitty and keep it out of trouble for my boy? Of course I would. Now this poor old Skitty, I'm going to rescue you from the hands of this negligent, horrible child. I mean, what has to be running through your head to make you too stubborn to get your pet medical treatment? Oh, don't you tell me to take good care of it. God. What he means to say is thank you very much. Good luck now. I'm doing a better job of taking care of Skitty than you, I can tell you that. My God. Okay. Any parents who might have stumbled onto this by accident and didn't immediately close the video, if your children have pets and those pets need medical attention, and for some reason the children don't want to give the pet medical attention, I've just got a Lotad, we'll do that later, but this is an important message. You don't just wait for a kindly stranger to walk through your front door and have them heal the pet. You tell that child they're being a douche, and you get that pet to the vet. You get? Good. Right, anyway. Chewing gum, don't know what that's for, but as you can see I was able to get a Lotad because I had a Pokesnax upon my person. I now kind of wish I bought more than one. Especially since, after recording this footage, I, while not recording, went back to the Peridot ward to find that guy selling Pokesnax, and he wasn't there anymore, so now I don't know how, when, or where I'm going to get more Pokesnax, and I don't know if I'm going to lose any opportunities along the way, so anyone looking to download this game, play it themselves and not choke on their own words, get as many Pokesnax as you can while you can, because they're important in this game, it would seem. Okay. These flashes, by the way, I'm assuming they're lightning. It's hard to tell without a lightning sound, but that's the only explanation I can think of. Also, I like the fact that this game seems to have weather. You know how it's all raining and lightning-y? Hey man, got any rare candies? Now, the cool thing about the weather is I think that actually changes day by day, regardless of whether you're playing the game or not. Because, remember that Teddy Ursa several videos ago? Well, some lovely person in the comments section, so far the only person to comment on these videos, and I suspect the only person actually watching these videos, told me that if I found Teddy Ursa a few more times in a game of hide and seek, I'd be able to battle that Teddy Ursa and capture it. So I ran back all over the Peridot ward and the Opal ward, etc., looking for this Teddy Ursa, and I couldn't find it. And then I went online, was like, you know, where the heck's this Teddy Ursa? And someone mentioned it can only be caught during clear weather. And one of the comment responses was, it's going to be raining for the next 2 days, which makes me think that this game has some sort of weather system in it that is predictable but also scheduled and ever-changing, and I think that's pretty cool, maker of this game. I don't know what sort of coding goes into that, but I imagine it's more clever than I could do, though to be fair, literally any bit of coding is more clever than I can do, because I can't code, so that was a silly thing for me to say, really. So anyway, Betty tried to learn a new move, but it was just not a very impressive move, and now I'm not very impressed with Betty. Something tells me Betty's not long for this team, because as much as her Fury swipes were impressing me, she is at this point just a less effective version of Ratty Boy. I think she's sort of not really fulfilling much in the way of, you know, a good and useful cog in the machine that is my battling team. So I'm jonesing. So I think, in fact, that Lotad is probably going to take Betty's place, because as I alluded to in previous videos, I actually really like Lotad, or at least I really like Ludicolo. I just think they're awesome, they're a good grass type, they're a good water type, thus fulfilling... Welcome to Glamazonia's finest! Unfortunately, we haven't been quite too glamorous lately. Sales have been on the decline. Everybody wants to go to that rude essential salon. What is this? The service? The price? I must know. You! Check out the other salon. Find out what they do better than us and report it back here. Don't ask why, just go. Do it. I'll tell you why you're not getting any business. It's because people walk into your shop and you immediately give them commands. My gosh. And now I feel, you know, bad by them complaining about getting no business and I'm not getting one of their haircuts. Because, well, Wesley's already evolved and I don't currently need a Pokemon change for an old man who's lost his home and has nowhere to go. And see, I would have given him change if it gave me the option to give him change, but it didn't. Anyway, so yeah, none of my Pokemon need to be max happiness straight away, so I'm not going to get a haircut. And that sounds sort of old and horrible and clinical, like My Pokemon don't need to be happy, so I won't make them happy. But of course, they'll get happy just through battling, so that's fine. They don't have any immediate need to get super happy as soon as possible. Yes, greetings again. Now that you're here, let's get started. I'm blocking the way to the welcome, but fortunately they can be cut down. And here's where HMO1 cut comes into it. Trick. Well, as much as it pains me to do it in this fan-made game that is supposed to be but a rather higher caliber of battling in the main games, I'm going to have to senselessly waste one of my Pokemon's move slots. I believe it should be Betty. So here you go, Betty. Just going to see if anyone can learn Quash. No. Still can't figure out what Quash would even be useful for. Pardon me. And of course, the reason I'm not teaching Ratty Boy the beam is that I don't think his special attack is that high. I'm trying to figure out the way in. Obviously, I'm supposed to cut down those trees. She just told me to cut down those trees, but they don't look like the trees that you cut down in the main game, so it took me a while. Here we go, down we go. Let's slice and dice. One thing I don't like about this game's soundtrack is that the music doesn't loop elegantly. It just restarts after a point. This looks so much bigger on the inside of the blade. Internal perspectivity often observes such an effect. Yep.
Yep, whatever that means, but yep. I guess we'll have to split it up. I'll take this way, you guys go the other way.
Very well. Okay, cool. Well, that's the end of that. I guess that's the end of this video. It seems like a natural stopping point to embark upon this new and very terrifying adventure. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later.